Morning folks, it's an early start, what is it, just after 8, and I'm in the Southern Lakes. When I say Southern Lakes, I'm sort of sandwiched between the Southern Lakes and Morecambe Bay. Today's effort is actually plan D. If the weather had been plain ball, I need to slow down here because there's stuff to look at. If plan A had gone according to plan, I was going to the northern fells of the lakes. I was going to do two or three sort of mountains up there that I've not done before, but the forecast up there, 45 mph gusts tonight, didn't fancy that at all, showers, so I've knocked that on the head. Plan B, thought right, I've got Dales instead, I'll do Darnbrook Fell, the last of my Dales 30, but same again, high winds through the night, just didn't fancy that. Then plan C, why don't you stay close to home? Stay close to home, had a nice walk, planned on moors, a bit of a themed walk, a bit of a story to tell. But same again, just too windy. So, what I've decided to do, I really needed a night away, so I booked myself in at a little campsite on the southern side of the lakes. I'm going to do some little walks and explores in the woodlands and landscapes hereabout, and I'm going to camp tonight on a campsite. Unsurprisingly at this time of year, my focus is going to be woods today, so I'll see if I can find some fungi and stuff. I don't know this area particularly well, but this first place I've come to is called Road Sea Wood, and I know it's supposed to be pretty good for fungi here in the right conditions, and also I believe they have dormice here, which is something I've never seen, although you don't expect to see them during the day, but yeah, something I'd love to see, a dormouse. It'd be really easy to get lost here, especially if you're like me and you like going off piste a little bit. I'm always having to look back for reference point trees and stuff so I can get back on the main path. Well, I'm not finding very much, apart from an absolute multitude of acorns. They're all scattered on the woodland floor. A few little brown job mushrooms, but I haven't got a clue what they are. Now this is of course a real celebration. These orange ones are chanterelles, an absolute creme de la creme of edibles. I've always wanted to find them. They're a bit past the best. Now, apart from their orange colour, the giveaway here are well, they're not gills, they're false gills. They're more like wrinkles than typical mushroom gills. That's a dead giveaway that these are chanterelles and not false chanterelles. This old yew tree here, it's just growing out of rock. Awesome trees, aren't they, yews? Now this is where you're going to find your dormice, because it's a coppiced hazel woodland, and this is just the habitat they like. They make the little hibernation nests out of slivers of bark that they take off it as well. Oh, look at these berries here, these are a good tree. This is called spindle, because the wood was used to make spindles. Strange berries. I don't think it's too far back to the car now, and I haven't found a lot of stuff. Been a few nice interesting things though, and you should never be disappointed if you come away with a bag of chanterelles. So that's a good do. Only ever seen them once before. Oh, I don't know, early 90s, and it was at Wasdale, and it was the same day that I did Middle Fell. Funny how details stick in your mind, isn't it? Well, I've moved on now from Road Sea Wood, and I've driven, I don't know, mile or two away, and I'm just about to explore a wood called Haverthwaite Heights. Ancient woodland, the sign back there that tells you for a wood to be classed as an ancient woodland, it's got to be 400 year old. Didn't know that. Some really nice mature hollies here. There's also some marvellous examples of hazel coppicing. Look at this here, I'm finding sweet chestnuts, but they're not very good, they're only tiny ones inside. This one here is one of the grisettes, a big slug underneath it. Can't remember, is it tawny grisette, orange grisette? I mean, it is orange, so maybe orange grisette. We'll have to have a minute, I'm out of breath. A bit of a steep climb back out at valley and over at top again. What a delightful little place that is, Back Barrow. The River Leven was a raging torrent, steam trains, really some really nice houses. These are definitely coming with me, a nice little cluster of meadow wax caps. Quite like these. That's Woodland Walk number 2, almost complete. You can hear the traffic of the busy road down here. I wanted to sit out and eat my picnic, but anyway, I just not found anywhere suitable, so I think I'll just sit in car and have it. And then I'll decide what I'm doing from there. It's too early to go to the campsite. I'll have a look on maps, see if there's any other places to explore, or I might just find a pub and have a pint. Just come across this little church at Russland. Yeah, I love churchyards and reading gravestones and stuff. I've just come across a grave there that has the name Arthur and Evgenia Ransom. Now Arthur Ransom wrote Swallows and Amazons, didn't he? So, and that was set in the lakes, weren't it? So I wonder if that's his grave. I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that, I think. Please be open, please be open. Oh yes. Groping in the dark here. I was right. Right, so I'm in the Church of St John's at Russland. There's a few bits and bats telling you the name of the church. And I've come across a real memory from my childhood. It's this children's Bible in colour. We had this at primary school, and it's beautifully illustrated, and it was right accessible for kids. I always loved reading this when I was at school. And there's a picture in it that I'm going to find that just has stayed with me virtually all my life since I was a little lad. And it's of a bloke getting his head caught in some tree branches. I've never forgot it. There you go, look at that. Never forgot it, stayed with me all these years. This church here at St John's, it's built on a rocky knoll, sort of overlooking the valleys and floodplains and stuff. And I'm guessing the soil's quite shallow because a lot of the graves, you can see them, they're marked as grassy mounds whether there's a gravestone or not. So I'm guessing the soil's quite shallow and they can't bury them so deep.
Oh, he's by my mother and dad. Really? Oh, yes. Which is why you were keen on.
This stunning gravestone in Shat granite. You can always tell it's Shat granite with these big phenocrysts of felspar. Right, well I've done my gadding about now. I'm just had a look round another St Paul's, this time at a place called Witherslack, which is close to I'm camping, the campsite. So I'm just going to find the campsite and then I'll get set up and get sorted. Right, we're finally set up. It's a bit of a pain in the backside really. I'm not allowed to have my car near where I'm pitching. So I've had to make sure I've got everything out at the car that I need for tonight and in the tent and stuff. You can bet your bottom dollar I'll forget several things. I'll be back and forth, back and forth. So I am back in the tarp tent notch. Lee. I've not used it as much as I'd have liked to this year. Saying that, I've struggled to get out past few weeks. So anyway, let's have a look at the organisation. There's all my food and beer and wine and stuff. I'm still in my summer Criterion sleeping bag. It's quite mild tonight I think, and I've got a shelter pitch here, spare clothes and things in there, something to read. Yeah, I've just got I suppose a little bit more sorting to do, but I'm gonna get some water and then start relaxing. Blimey, look at that tea. Looks ghastly, doesn't it? The powdered milk's not dispersing very well in it. I'm just going for a little stroll around the site. It's quite a pleasant evening. Just have a nosy around. Bit of a quiet corner up here. Nice view of the woods. Look at this, I've just found in grass. That'll be some poor little child's favourite toy, that, and they've gone home and left it. I bet they're right sad now. There's a lot of yew trees in this part of the world. Look at that bark. Look at the texture and gnarliness. Great trees, the yews. It's bright, isn't it? My shiny face. I've just changed to the Sony camera. I've just done a few bits on the what's it called, the GoPro, but it's grainy, it's noisy. It's not great in low light, is it? I've just done a time lapse of the comings and goings of the site and the setting skies, the changing skies at dusk. I've got myself a big bottle of Budweiser that I picked up earlier. So yeah, I feel quite contented now. This site I'm staying at, it's called Moss Howe. And you know, I booked it late on last night. I was checking the forecast, checking, just hoping I could get on a wild camp. Follow plan A, B or C, but it weren't working. So I booked this online. And they're a bit misleading, aren't they? I looked at it online, it looked really swanky, luxurious and stuff like that. I thought, yeah, a bit of luxury. And it's alright, but it's not like how it looked online. And it's also expensive. It's cost me 20 quid. I'm not even allowed to have my carny at 10. I think that's steep. There's not much on offer now, is there, for like the simple lone one-man tent traveller. It's campsites are just, you've got to book in advance. They're full of yurts, they're full of glamping pods, electric hookup. It's hard now finding somewhere that where you feel like you fit in, and it's also reasonably priced. Do you know what I'd like to hear tonight? I'd like to lie in the tent, read my book, have a drink, and listen to the sound of tawny owls. Now, quite often when I've camped in the lakes, maybe not at this time of year, I can't remember. You quite often hear tawny owls. I remember camping, well, when me and my sister-in-law celebrated our 50th, we camped in the grounds of Windermere Youth Hostel. Nice there. And the owls at night were fantastic. Even saw a badger that night as well, which was good. Oh, I'm on a roll now. I'm just thinking about rip-off Britain. Something else that I've found really disproportionately expensive. We use youth hostels quite a bit as a family. Family rooms are nice. But again, cost a bleeding fortune. I'm old enough to remember being in the YHA with my mates in our teens in 80s, and hostels, they were great. They were all right. You shared a dorm and stuff, and you might have to peel up potatoes or sweep up or something. That's an owl. A key wicking owl, not a twit-twooing owl. Fantastic. I hope you heard that. I've lost my thread now because of that owl. Yeah, all youth hostels, yeah. I remember some hostels, they were as cheap as £2.50 a night. And I know £2.50 were went I'm sure that's flying about, went a bit further then. But I don't know, £2.50, it still felt cheap, still felt like you were getting a lot for not much cost. Talk about a complete jeweg. I've just found out that there's Wi-Fi here, although the further I am away from like the amenities block, the signal's a bit feeble, but I've got some. It's now 2 minutes past 11. I've had a little kip earlier. I was pretty tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. I kipped on the couch to get up early and not disturb the household, so I hope I can get some sleep now. It's outside, it's sort of like it's not clear and starry, but it's like a thin veil of cloud. You can see the moon, and I think there's a bright star with a reddy colour glow, which is probably Mars. Not heard any more owls since we heard some earlier, but all in all, it's been a pretty quiet night. Just thought I heard somebody then. There was a bloke snoring over there. Anyway, I think a lot of people on the site are asleep, so I can't talk too loudly, and I'm going to have another go at trying to get some sleep as well. So I'll bid you good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning, folks. It is nearly 7:15. Proper snoring man over there. Not a lot to say this morning. It's just goodbyes, really. I've just sort of got up. I haven't been awake quite a while. I was cold in the night. I couldn't wait up. It shouldn't be cold in these temperatures, although it's really, really dewy, so I wonder if it's a bit of a frost hollow here. Not that it's frosty. Anyway, I was cold because my mat, just realised, it's deflated quite a bit, so I'm going to have to check that when I get home, see if I've got another puncture in it. So I'm just going to make a brew, have a bit of something to eat, tidy up, then go home. So I think I'll leave it there. So thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Next time I'm wild camping. Come what may. I need to go on a wild camp. Anyway, I'll see you later.